Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Believe it or not, there was a time when the Oscars actually mattered.
Pull the other one.
But these days, it seems like we've gone from Celebrity Showcase to Celebrity Deathmatch.
Chris Rock's never been hurt by a flop.
And in the last few years, this coveted award has gone to a slew of movies that nobody ever heard of, nobody watched, and has been reduced to the equivalent of a shiny toy that Hollywood straps on to screw over the movie-going public.
What's that buzzing sound?
That's America's ass.
So pick up your goodie bags as we examine the de-evolution of that once coveted sign of celluloid cinematic excellence commonly known as the Oscar. Now, given the increasing categories to boost viewership, which appears to have worked as expected, and unlike a Hollywood acceptance speech,
Shut the fuck up!
we'll keep this nice and short by focusing on Best Picture. The Artist, a black and white semi-silent French comedy about the relationship between a young actress and an aging silent film star who goes bankrupt, nearly dies in a fire, tries to kill himself, and finally is rescued by his girlfriend. The only thing funny about this film seems to be it actually won Best Picture.
What is that stench? It's fantastic.
Argo, a semi-historical thriller about the rescue of U.S. diplomats in 1979 during the Iran hostage crisis under the guise of filming a science fiction film. Critics who praised it said it was a good movie, as long as you didn't think about it too much, and trust me, after watching it, you won't. 12 Years a Slave. This biological drama about a born-free black man who was kidnapped and sold into slavery for 12 years. While it was praised, critics also complained about the happy ending actually destroying the film.
Yeah, baby.
No, not that kind of happy ending. That's in another movie on the list. Birdman, a comedy about a faded Hollywood actor for playing the superhero Birdman,
He's a reason not to kill yourself.
struggling to mount a Broadway production as he runs through Times Square in his underwear, tries to commit suicide on stage, ending in the hospital where he jumps out the window.
What? I'm going back in the oven.
Spotlight, a biographical drama about the investigation by the Boston Globe in cases of widespread child sex abuse by Catholic priests. But given the news about Hollywood over the last few years, I'm not surprised they found this film worthy of praise.
I feel sullied and unusual.
Moonlight, a coming-of-age presenting the three stages of the main character's life from his abusive childhood, his adolescence where his male lover abuses him, and early adulthood selling drugs in Atlanta, only to be reunited with his lover. See, I told you there was a happy ending.
All right. No, not all right.
The Shape of the Water, a romantic fantasy about a mute woman at a high-security government laboratory who falls in love and has underwater sex with a captured humanoid amphibian creature, making a few million at the box office and from a successful line of amphibian sex toys.
Bigger than the Dildozer, bigger than the Ass Blaster, brand new Ass Dozer. Give it up for Feet Supreme.
Green Book, a comedy drama set in 1962 with a black jazz pianist hires an Italian bouncer to drive him to various performances in the Midwest and the Deep South, forming a close friendship despite the thinking of the time. The only thing I'm thinking is how much time I wasted on this movie.
An elephant could take a shit in the back seat and it wouldn't smell that bad.
Parasite, a South Korean comedy about a poor family who schemes to become employed by a wealthy family posing as an unrelated and highly qualified individual. Wow, a movie about the need to actually be qualified for your job? No wonder Hollywood couldn't make this film.
You couldn't take care of a wet dream.
Nomad, an American drama about a widow who loses her job and leaves to travel around the United States in a van as a nomad, holding various jobs while meeting fellow nomads along the way.
Wow, that was the worst piece of crap I've ever seen.
Finally, Coda, an English-language remake of a 2014 French-Belgian film, a child of deaf adults, or Coda, and the only hearing member of her family, helping her family's struggling fishing business while aspiring to be a singer.
It's like a silverback fucking a badger without its consent.
So I have to ask, how did it come to this? How did Hollywood go from a shining beacon on the hill to the entertainment equivalent of a fart in the bathtub? But then again, think of who you're dealing with.
Everything is sexist. Everything is racist.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
It wasn't made for him.
And while Oscar committee members do have knowledge regarding the quality of specific areas of filmmaking,
we are voting on our particular knowledge. Hair, makeup, wardrobe, all of those things are judged by people for their excellence.
I should point out, Best Picture is the only category where any asshole can vote.
What's the matter, Emilio? Afraid I'll make a stink?
And even if it were true, why aren't paying customers flocking to these films like they've done in the past? Well, Hollywood has an answer for that too.
Me fans are stupid pigs.
Because as far as Hollywood is concerned, you don't have any lines in their production, and while some celebrities can take criticism,
perhaps Chris Evans is in truth a great actor, but he plays Captain America like he's a big dumb hunk of
some celebrities cannot.
Why don't you shut up with your 14 followers? But thank you for introducing me to them.
And if you dare voice your dissatisfaction with their body of work, their responses range from simple condescension to eat a bag of dicks.
How vivid.
In addition, with the new rules regarding Oscar selection mandating diversity and representation in all areas of film, including marketing,
You guys want some cookies?
the quality of their films will certainly continue to plummet.
Next on the Violence Channel, an all-new Alma Balls.
So why be concerned about this in the first place? Because there's an old axiom in Hollywood that says, so go the Oscars, so go the industry.
What?
Basically, the Oscar remains a barometer of the state of the industry, and as long as the quality of the Oscar nominees declines, so does the quality of entertainment as a whole.
He said.
And as actors become more concerned with virtue signaling than actually pleasing the paying public, studios are being absorbed by megacorporations, eventually limiting the number of acting roles, forcing them to either toe the line or seek employment elsewhere.
Someone with your qualifications would have no trouble finding a top-flight job in either the food service or housekeeping industries.
And while I would find it personally amusing, my concern is, one morning I'm going to wake up and be back in a 1970s-style world with 3 basic channels: Apple, Amazon, and Disney fucking Plus.
Holy shit. I never even thought of that.
Thank you for watching, and as always remember, when they decide to clutch their pearls, we'll provide the necklace, right here on Salty Buttered Bags.